Today's mainframe applications are typically the result of business-oriented changes implemented over several decades. In this demonstration of Heirloom GENAI, we're going to show you how those mission-critical applications can be documented in a variety of ways. This is the Heirloom GENAI plugin for Visual Studio Code, and the first thing we are going to do is analyze a couple of the NIST COBOL tests. We're going to produce a markdown file for each program with a set of headings that are defined in a configuration file, which means the reports can be easily customized to your requirements. Here's one of the markdown files, and as you can see, the AI has analyzed the programs and generated content for headings such as code overview, core logic and algorithms, security, cyclomatic complexity metrics, and even a summary of code refactoring insights. This is the configuration file that determines the report contents. It's also used to configure other features of Heirloom GENAI. We're now going to change the documentation language from English to German, and this time we are going to use the AI to document another program from the NIST COBOL test suite. For faster processing, larger files are split into chunks and processed asynchronously. You can see a summary of the progress from the status windows in the bottom right side of the screen. Once processed, we combine the results and update the program with the additional documentation. As you can see, the documentation is generated in German as per the configuration, and we also translate any existing comments into German as well. Next, we are going to use a different documentation function that can explain a block of code. This time we are going to change the configuration, so the code block explanation is generated in French. We're going to select a code block in the editor for one of the multiplication tests, and then ask the AI to provide an explanation. Once the AI has processed the requests, the results are displayed in a pop-up panel inside the editor. The contents of the panel are also written to disk as a markdown snippet. In the next part of this demonstration, we're going to use H-Silver to refactor the code produced by Heirloom's transpilers to remove the dependency on Heirloom's Java framework. In the top right terminal window, we have transpiled this COBOL program to Java source code. This Java source code uses the Heirloom Java framework to ensure that the program behaves and functions exactly as the COBOL program would execute on the mainframe. The augmented AI model is then tasked with refactoring the transpiled Java code to replace any dependency on Heirloom's Java framework with standard Java libraries. This is an iterative automatic process that steers the AI toward the required outcome. In the bottom right terminal window, you can see the results of comparing the AI's current version versus the expected result. After 3 iterations, the AI has produced a functionally equivalent Java program. This is the Java code produced by Heirloom's transpiler. You can see that it is using the Heirloom Java framework for execution. The framework provides a baseline of correct behavior for the original COBOL program, which provides us with a way to ensure that any code subsequently refactored by the AI is functionally equivalent. Each COBOL paragraph is implemented as its own Java method. When we examine the refactored code produced by the AI, we can now see that it is only using standard Java libraries. Here we can see the AI's implementation of the COBOL multiplication test that we examined earlier. The code produced by the AI is clean, independent, idiomatic Java code that is well-structured and very easy to maintain. Let's quickly verify the refactored code produced by the AI by executing the Java code. One final demonstration with regard to GENAI's documentation functions is that you can document any code, including Java. So, let's ask the AI to explain this Java code block. Once again, we get a pop-up window inside the editor with an explanation in French. In summary, Heirloom's GENAI functions provide a variety of ways to analyze, document, and explain your application code.